Did it actually work this time? I think it did. I think we're live. Um, Still counting down. There it goes. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm saying that, I had set up a stream like an hour ago, and I just clicked it to start at quarter of, and when I clicked it, it just went, nope, can't do that for whatever reason. And now I did everything literally exactly the same. I just copy and pasted the settings, and it worked no problem. So that needs to focus. And there's a good 15-second or so delay, I'm assuming. About 15 seconds. Could be a little bit more. So how are you guys doing today? Just, it never ceases to amaze me. And this is not focusing. And I can't do it in real time to check. But it's fine on my software. It's just not fine in YouTube. I don't fucking know, man. YouTube changed. They changed. See, now here's the thing. It might kill the. Okay, it didn't. So it's. YouTube changed their whole live, whatever they call it, their live room. I don't know, whatever, the streaming room. It was fine before. I don't know how they made it better by changing the setup process. It's basically the same to set it up. You get less, like putting tags and stuff into your stream and whatever, which apparently don't matter anyway now for the algorithm and how that all works at this point. But whatever, that's all just annoying BS that it doesn't matter. I'm sure you don't care about. Anyhow, we've got the Zombies trailer coming up. They have not scheduled anything live. They haven't put. You see here, going over my subscriptions in YouTube, they haven't set anything up yet. So I'm hoping. I mean, I checked Twitter and everything like that. Nothing got canceled. Tune in live to watch the official reveal. I'm just clicking on that right now. Yeah, it just goes to the Call of Duty page. So if you want to watch along, you can watch, with mine. But if you want to have your own, the trailer open, so you don't have my face on the screen, it's the Call of Duty channel on YouTube. It's not Treyarch's channel. And I'm just waking up. I just got out of the shower. I feel like I'm probably like all red and blotchy and whatever. I literally just got out of the shower. I'm still like, it's hot in LA, so like I can't take a cold shower or a cool shower even. So I take a shower, I get out, and I'm like I'm hot because it's just hot, and then also a hot shower, and now I'm like sweating and drinking hot coffee. But what do you think is gonna? Not what's gonna happen. What do you think is going? What are we gonna get with zombies this year? Is it gonna go back to like the BO3 era? And I just mean the style of zombies, the game. We saw Jug is back. Everybody can be happy about that. To be honest with you, I just don't get it. Really, why people are so obsessed with Jug. It's like when in Call of Duty when toughness became a complete crutch perk. So everybody used it every match Because if you didn't, when you were getting shot, your gun would just be like, whoa, you're looking up in the air, and all of a sudden you can't kill anybody. So if your opponent, whoever you were having a gunfight with, got one shot on you and you didn't have toughness on, you weren't going to kill them. You just couldn't because your shot went everywhere. So they just made it a part of everybody's character, so you didn't have to use that perk because everybody, literally everybody, used that perk, unless you did it by accident or you were doing some kind of challenge. And with the Black Ops Zombies, they just said, okay, every single map, everybody always gets Juggernog. Every time. It's not an optional perk. Because once you get past round 5, something like that, it's like, okay, you'd be dead super quick. So you had to use it. So they just made toughness part of the character. They just, okay, it's a overused perk. I mean, it's literally every match. Like, I remember on... there were some maps, like, I'm thinking of, like, playing Origins through. And the first thing you would get, for most people, is Jug. And then after that, though, it kind of became, okay, what do you really need? Like, what do you want to do specifically? What's going to be best for you? You could kind of manipulate things. You had a choice. It was basically on your play style. I would use Stamina Up. I would even sometimes get Stamina Up before Juggernog, just because of the mud. Sorry, I need my coffee. My brain's not really working yet. I'm sure you can tell. But I would absolutely get Stamina Up. And then it was like, okay, you would have a debate with yourself, like, oh, should I get Speed Cola? Or I definitely need Double Tap. We're going to have Double Tap because we got the Panzers and blah, blah. And that kind of a thing. Like, it was a debate. But something that was never a debate is, like I said, even with me, like, sometimes getting Stamina Up first, I was the next one, and I never went a match without it, was Jug. Every single time. It was either the first one or the second thing that you got. I mean, playing solo, you get Quick Revive. I don't even count that. If it's solo, of course you have that. And if you're playing with a group of people, you don't need Quick Revive because they're your revive. So it was absolutely mandatory, though. I mean, unless you're doing some kind of a challenge, like, oh, I'm not going to get Jug until round whatever. Were you doing that, like the Rainbow Challenge or Reverse Rainbow with the perks? But just for playing the game, it'd be like doing a challenge in multiplayer. Like, okay, I'm only going to use a pistol and a knife. But if you want to do good, you're gonna use the best weapons available. Like coming up in Cold War, you're going to use the AK-74U and I already forgot the name of the assault rifle. That was really good. What do you guys think? Who's playing the beta coming up in 1 week, the 8th? Are there 31 days in September or 30? I think it's 30, right? We could check right now. And we're 4 minutes away from the reveal here. And I just got a text when I get out of the shower. I'm setting this stuff up. 30. Okay, so tomorrow is October 1st. My God, it's already October. Okay. For those of you back in school who are like, yeah, can't believe it's not even October yet. Oh, I ordered something different. I got excited. I got an email from Amazon saying something about your order, and I was like, oh, my Xbox Series X. What about it? Because I also got another email from them after I got the pre-order in that day that they're like, well, a lot of people pre-ordered that, so maybe don't expect it to be on time the day it comes out. Maybe it's going to be a couple of days. Maybe it'll be a week. Maybe, I don't know. So I'm not happy about that. But this is really weird. Like, Call of Duty haven't set up... I mean, if they're going to just post it as a video, that's one thing. But I thought they would do some kind of live event like they did for multiplayer, right? But they haven't scheduled anything. And literally 2 minutes exactly from the moment I just said that, their reveal is on. So I guess they're just putting out the trailer. I guess they're not doing any kind of live thing. Like, are you worried that they didn't give zombies the full treatment this year? I mean, they made a big deal out of the multiplayer. To not do any kind of live event? I don't know. I'm going to refill my coffee, and then we're going to watch this trailer when it drops. Hopefully in a minute and 30 seconds. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. I was thinking, I don't even know if I'm going to, on launch night, like, am I going to play zombies? Who's going to watch? I mean, nobody's watching this right now. It's just basically me and one other person. I was wondering if maybe I should stream the campaign on release night rather than hunting for some zombies. Here's another thing I want to ask you guys. How long do you think it's going to take to solve this first map that we get? I think we might be getting 2. But how long do you think it'll take to solve this first map or 2 that come out? Do you think it'll be like that first night, like within 8-12 hours? Do you think it's going to take a week? Do you think it's, I know we can't possibly have any idea because we haven't seen it yet, but anyhow, it's 10 o'clock right now. You can see all the zombie people that I'm subscribed to. I'm sure it's the same people you're subscribed to. Okay, it did pop up. Okay, there it is. 7 seconds ago. Let's check it out, guys.
Zombies. Who could have guessed that when the undead first appeared in Call of Duty World at War, it would lead us here to today? From that moment, zombies sparked a love for fighting the undead, bringing its unique DNA to the Call of Duty experience. Whether you're playing solo or co-op, working to solve puzzles or unlock Easter eggs, facing wave after wave of the undead delivers fast, fun action with just one objective: survive. Black Ops Cold War sets the stage for a new zombies experience that not only celebrates our entire zombies heritage, but uses it as an inspiration to build a completely new chapter in our universe. Today, we cover the characters, the backstory, and weapons with members of the development team, some of whom have quite literally helped to build it one zombie at a time. But first, let's check out the worldwide premiere of our new Zombies gameplay trailer.
I'm leaning in. Hey, you.
Sam, what have you done?
Did you get the package? Watch it. Watch the tape.
What the hell is that?
The machine. It's happening again.
Requiem actual strike team is on the ground.
Investigate the site. Contain the threat.
Roger. Moving.
Let's get the power on.
What was that?
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away.
Strike team, report. What the hell just happened?
Ascension?
Let's go!
Push him back!
You want this?
Drop the sentry!
Keep pushing! Take the high ground!
We can't hold them off any longer!
Help is on the way.
Shit, did you see that?
You can have score streaks? Pack a punch. It's like a mini boss.
Back the fuck off! You can't kill me.
After so many journeys, so many chapters, with Black Ops Cold War, we're starting fresh, embarking on a completely different story within our universe.
We've got a new story led by different characters. We've got new ways to play, anchored by new ways of progressing. We've got a different time period. Cold War Zombies wasn't just our opportunity to open up a different chapter.
It was our opportunity to elevate the entire Zombies experience.
Craig!
It's a
Craig
chapter
Houston!
we call Die Machine.
As we set out to build something completely new, we were inspired to pay homage to Zombies' undead roots, to celebrate our origin with one of our most familiar and signature locations.
Nach der Untoten.
We finished a story, but we're still in that same universe, and this is the next chapter.
The very end of Black Ops 4, our characters sacrificed themselves to collapse the multiverse and try and create a singular world where zombies didn't exist. And they were half right.
This is a Cold War story, and it will be driven by a diverse group of organizations and characters. Players are part of Requiem, a CIA-backed international response team led by Weaver, a Russian-American who will be familiar to Black Ops fans.
By the time you arrive on the hunt for answers, Die Maschine will have been ravaged by time. On the surface, you'll see a boarded-up bunker, but below the surface lies a nefarious set of decades-old secrets primed to upset the global order.
The players will find themselves at odds with a team of Soviet-led rivals known as Omega Group, who are just as interested in studying and harnessing the power of the unexplained anomalies manifesting around the globe. Beyond these two warring groups, they'll encounter characters with unknown agendas who operate in the field, delivering insights and intel on this new world's fiction.
The intel you receive and recover is a huge component of our storytelling in Cold War, and for the first time, an innovative new intel system will make content accessible on demand anytime.
There's a lot to uncover that no one's ever seen before. Let's get into the gameplay. That starts with delivering all your favorite elements. Relentless round-based action, the Pack-a-Punch machine, power-up drops, the mystery box, along with the return of some of our classic perks. We've also taken a fresh eye to the core gameplay loop to let you drop in and have fun faster than ever.
The gameplay is classic, but it's going to be tonally quite fresh. You'll find our updates this year have focused on one thing above all, embracing what makes zombies so much fun.
That starts with progression. This year, we've unified progression and loadouts across all of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. That means wherever you play across multiplayer zombies, your global rank and weapons level stays connected. You'll be unlocking weapons and equipment, score streaks that will be usable across the entirety of the game. No more starting with a pistol. Bring in your AR, your SMG,
whatever you're feeling.
And with all weapons boasting rarity with power levels, you can continue to increase your gun's damage potential however you choose. Every
I'm
gun
worried.
has a path
Big
to
time
become
worried.
an uber weapon.
You'll have a lethal, tactical, and support slot. Not only can you craft, pick up, or find equipment and support in zombies, but you can now use them in combination, which delivers some insanely fun moments.
Traditionally in zombies, the only
Score
way out
streaks
is
in
death.
zombies?
A new exfil system solves this.
Things get tense and the squad is in trouble, you have the option to exfil to a chopper and earn some rewards. But only if you can survive a few more rounds with zombie spawns dialed up to 11.
This is shaping up to be our most epic zombies experience ever.
For the first time, post-launch content is going to be free. As new maps come out, everyone's
That's
going to be able
good.
to come along for the journey as we take them through this storyline.
Lastly, canon is canon. And we've put a story to rest, but as you comb through this new universe, don't be surprised if some things don't want to stay dead.
This is the most connected and robust zombies experience in history. It also delivers a first for zombies, a fully cross-play experience with progression systems that tie zombies to the battle pass. We're dropping free post-launch zombies content to the community for the first time as well. We're honored to have you with us on this journey. We're glad that you could join us for today's first look.
You guys gotta tell me what you think. I hate to cop out and say we're gonna have to wait and see, but that's just so different. We're gonna have to wait and see. I don't want to go through this frame by frame just yet. Maybe I'll do some kind of breakdown video, but... Okay, so... Die Maschine is the name of the map. It's Nacht, but also you get to go outside of Nacht. We already knew that basically it was Nacht. It is not transit. I swear we saw Ascension. So this whole information gathering thing, let's get to that point. How about that? Because that could be kind of cool, or that could be awful.
Who could have guessed that when the undead first appeared in Call of Duty World at War, it would lead us here to today? From that moment, zombies sparked a love for fighting the undead.
And I'm watching this on my Xbox, so that's why it looks like this. Doesn't look normal, like, you know, for YouTube. And I don't know what the hell. I fucking hate AT&T. Oh, come on.
Members of the development team, some of whom have quite literally helped to build it one zombie at a time. But first, let's check out the worldwide premiere of our new Zombies gameplay trailer.
Sam, what have you done?
Did you get the package? Watch it.
Watch the tape.
What the hell is that?
Die Maschine.
Die Maschine. I'm sorry, but my whole setup here is getting all fucked up.
It's happening again.
Requiem actual strike team is on the ground.
And thanks for putting a thumbs down, whoever did that fuckhead.
Roger. Moving.
What a child.
Let's get the power on. What was that?
Sometimes I feel I've got to get away.
Strike team, report. What the hell just happened?
Take my tears and that's not nearly all.
Let's go!
Push him back!
That looks like an acid bomb from BO4. It's not gonna be exactly, but... And score streaks in zombies. What do you guys think about that? Because that to me is not a... I'm not excited about that. It's like a modified Thunder Gun. Hellhounds look different. Again, score streaks.
We can't hold them off any longer.
Help is on the way.
So this is that exfil thing that Craig was talking about.
Shit, did you see that?
Classic ray gun. If we're going back to like the beginning, then that would make sense.
Back the fuck off! You can't kill me!
After so many journeys, so many chapters, with Black Ops Cold War, we're starting fresh, embarking on a completely different story within our universe.
We've got a
Same
new
universe,
story
just
led
different
by
story.
different
We already
characters.
basically knew
We've
that.
got new ways to play, anchored by new ways of progressing. We've got a different time period. Cold War Zombies wasn't just our opportunity to open up a different chapter.
It was our opportunity to elevate the entire Zombies experience. It's a chapter we call Die Machine.
As we set out to build something completely new, we were inspired to pay homage to Zombies' undead roots, to celebrate our origin with one of our most familiar and signature locations.
What is Elemental Pop gonna be?
We finished a story, but we're still in that same universe, and this is the next chapter.
The very end of Black Ops 4, our characters sacrificed themselves to collapse the multiverse and try and create a singular world where zombies didn't exist. And they were half right.
This is a Cold War story, and it will be driven by a diverse group of organizations and characters. Players are part of Requiem, a CIA-backed international response team led by Weaver. The Russian-American
Okay, players are part of a team called Requiem, CIA-backed. So they're not official CIA, but they're funded by. Okay.
will be familiar to Black Ops fans.
By the time you arrive on the hunt for answers, Die Machina will have been ravaged by time. On the surface, you'll see a boarded-up bunker. But below the surface lies a nefarious set of decades-old secrets primed to upset the global order.
The players will find themselves at odds with a team of Soviet-led rivals known as Omega Group, who are just as interested in studying and harnessing the power of the unexplained anomalies.
The Soviets are the
manifesting around
Omega
globe.
Group, okay.
Beyond these two warring groups, they'll encounter characters with unknown agendas who operate in the field, delivering insights and intel on this new world's fiction.
The intel you receive and recover is a huge component of our storytelling in Cold War. And for the first time, an innovative new intel system will make content accessible on demand anytime.
There's a lot.
Okay, so what does that mean? This new system making content available on demand. So what does that mean? This is the way this is lining up to me sounds like basically a multiplayer version of the campaign but done in zombies. So you're playing on the CIA backside. There's the Russians trying to get the same stuff that you're trying to get. There's this new information system that you can access on demand. You can exfil out of the map if it's getting too hairy, but it takes 2 to 3 rounds. And you have to fight your way through that. It sounds like it's a continuing story, like the continuing path that's going on throughout, that will go on throughout at least this one particular game. So it sounds like every map is going to be interconnected the story is going to be interconnected. And I know, and I don't mean in the sense that, yes, all Zombies was an interconnected story. It was the same characters going through this thing. It sounds like you're starting at point. It sounds like a campaign, but with zombies. And you're going to be able to do it with, other people online. Let's just keep watching, I guess. Because with the score streaks, being able to, why would you want to get exfilled out of a zombies map? You would play until you died. I mean, are you going to be that petty about, I don't want to die, I don't want to get killed during my, game? Who cares? You're trying to either go for high rounds, or you're trying to do the Easter egg. But once you schedule this exfil, you're leaving the map. I don't think it's going to be Easter eggs like we're used to seeing Easter eggs. It could be. I don't know. Something is very much striking me as being off about this. Not off, but weird, a little different. It doesn't. They still have perks. The reason why I'm thinking it's going to be something along the lines of that, like a campaign type mission, is really this information system. That seems like it's going to be like you're doing the Easter egg and you put your information into this computer maybe or whatever, and it stores everything. So if you're not able to finish it, the next time you come back, you can it's basically a save, right? You can pick up where you left off. And then the whole exfil thing is you have to make it out of the map alive to move on to the next thing. I don't know, man.
Uncover that no one's ever seen before. Let's get into the gameplay. That starts with delivering all your favorite elements. Relentless round-based action, the Pack-a-Punch machine, power-up drops, the mystery box, along with the return of some of our classic perks. We've also taken a fresh eye to the core gameplay loop to let you drop in and have fun faster than ever.
The gameplay is classic, but it's going to be tonally quite fresh. You'll find our updates this year have focused on one thing above all, embracing what makes zombies so much fun.
Now, you notice he said gameplay is classic. That's just how the round-based stuff, you're fighting with you've got the perks, you've got your power, everything he just said, the power-ups, the wonder weapons, all that kind of stuff. You got a ray gun, blah, blah, blah. That's the gameplay. But the style of game, what they're actually trying to accomplish with this, again, is it going to be one Easter egg per map like it always has been, with a very general kind of overarching? And let's face it, with Treyarch, it's been a very, very friggin' convoluted storyline, okay? The time jumps, all that kind of stuff, the multiverse of many different Richtophens and Dempseys and blah, 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 blah. Let's not go back over that kind of stuff. They've changed up a lot. Let's not forget the influence Modern Warfare, which went back to, and let's be completely honest, made it the game very noob friendly, between how good all the shotguns are, all the set it and forget it type of C4 Claymore, bouncing Bettys, all that kind of stuff, hiding in corners, making really dark, really deep corners, second floors, looking out over everything. It's the best-selling Call of Duty game ever. Part of it, you can't say it's Warzone because Warzone's free. Always has been. So, and let's not forget, Call of Duty is either the or the second best-selling game every single year for the last 12 years. So they weren't hurting. And now this just went to the best-selling Call of Duty ever. And it has been for a while. We're still not out of its life cycle yet. But they made it pretty stripped back, basic, noob friendly. And I don't mean that in a I'm not trying to put anybody down by saying noob friendly. I'm just trying to. It's just how it is. If you were watching any of the alpha stream that I did, either the reveal or the gameplay, when I played the alpha for that weekend that it was out, to me this game feels like Modern Warfare 2020 than it does anything close to a Black Ops game. It doesn't feel like BO1, 2, or 3. Definitely not 3, obviously. But the movement system, the way anything feels, the way the gun shoots, all that stuff, everything about it, even the way the game looks, it's Modern Warfare. And let's not forget, again, they had one less year to complete this game than they were supposed to have. So let's just finish the trailer again.
That starts with progression. This year, we've unified progression and loadouts across all of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
You don't start with a
That means
pistol,
wherever
you can start
play
with a
across
full
multiplayer
loadout?
Zombies, your global rank and weapons level stays connected.
You'll be unlocking weapons and equipment, score streaks that will be usable across the entirety of the game.
No more starting with a pistol. Bring in your AR, your SMG, whatever you're feeling.
I don't like that.
And with all weapons boasting rarity with power levels, you can continue to increase your gun's damage potential however you choose. Every gun has a path to become an uber weapon.
You'll have a lethal, tactical, and support slot. Not only can you craft, pick up, or find equipment and support in zombies, but you can now use them in combination, which delivers some insanely fun moments.
Traditionally in zombies, the only way out was death. Our new exfil system solves this.
Things get tense and the squad is in trouble, you have the option to exfil to a chopper and earn some rewards. But only if you can survive a few more rounds of zombie spawns dialed up to 11.
This is shaping up to be our most epic zombies experience ever.
For the first time, post-launch content is going to be free. As new maps come out, everyone's going to be able to come along for the journey as we take them through this storyline.
Lastly, canon is canon. And we've put a story to rest, but as you comb through this new universe, don't be surprised if some things don't want to stay dead.
See, that
This
makes
is the most connected and robust zombies experience in history. It also delivers a first for zombies, a fully cross-play experience with progression systems that tie zombies to the battle pass. We're dropping free post-launch zombies content to the community for the first time as well. We're honored to have you with us on this journey. We're glad that you could join us for today's first look.
Okay, all right. Officially, I hate to do this, but for me, that's going to be a pure. We gotta wait and see. It feels like they've changed what, like, core zombies. With the whole exfil thing, which again, that's why everything's going crazy, is Warzone decided to update on its own. I mean, my stream says it's been in good health, but everything else is completely screwy. I don't know why it decided to update on its own. It's whatever. Okay. Mystery solved at least, but God, that pisses me off. Okay. Starting with your own loadout, being able to build, being able to use score streaks. You can upgrade any weapon basically to an uber weapon. They have, at least, we saw Speed Cola, we saw Jug, we saw Quick Revive. If there's another one I'm forgetting, put it in the chat. We saw the mystery box, they said there's power-up drops. We saw Thundergun 2.0, 5.0, whatever that, I don't know what they're going to call it, obviously. But whatever that gun is. But this whole thing, like this story progression, being able to, the way they were describing everything, it was just, and with being able to start with your own guns, like it's gonna be I mean, this could be cool too. Like, again, this is why I'm saying let's wait and see. But if you're starting from here, right? We've got this Die Maschine map, so it's knocked, but that's probably the starting room, and then you go underneath into whatever. Here. I mean, they just had the update. Whatever. Okay. It could be cool. It could be really cool. Like, instead of thinking of this as, it's this map and then that map and then whatever. I mean, they're going to be different maps, but it feels like everything is going to carry over, and not in a general sense like it has in the past. I mean, like in a truly linear, it's the story. So rather than thinking of each map as having its own story or being kind of its own entity, we might be starting to look at zombies as the full year, because it looks like it's going to be, again, a much more linear type. That's what the feeling I'm getting anyway, is it's going to be a much more streamlined, straightforward, not, again, necessarily a bad thing with Treyarch Zombies. It's a really cool story and everything that they have going, but it's so convoluted and whatever. I'm really glad they're not rebooting Richthofen and Dempsey and Attack and Nikolai and doing that whole thing. I mean, enough is enough. They had their shot with those guys in that story. Like, let's do something different now. So it exists in the same universe, but meaning the Treyarch world and what they've created, but it's going to be an entirely different story. Maybe it's a different universe of the many multiverses or whatever. I don't know. But this feels like, with the way they're setting it up, and again, we're going to have to wait and see. The whole thing with the information, like, it feels like a save to me. And then you just go back to, if you get killed, you just go back to it in your next game, and there's your saved stuff. So just don't forget to save. I wonder if there's going to be like you only get 3 saves in one game, or it's time-based or something like that. I don't know. But that's the way it felt to me. And then the whole exfil thing. Your voice is beautiful. Okay, thanks, Jack. Yeah, it just feels... It feels like it's going to be very different. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think for the people that have been playing since World at War, which is not me, they might be, at least right now, again, it's going to have to be wait and see, but they might be feeling a little bit pissed off right now. So I'll be curious to find out their reactions, because it feels like they're changing how Zombies works, period. Even, like from IW Zombies, which obviously completely different story. It was very different, but each map had its own thing, completely its own thing, and it's kind of its own story as part of an overall story. They took, like, they didn't invent anything new. They very much were following the Treyarch mold, but they did something different with it. But it was that same, like, you recognized it. If you came out of BO3 and 2 and whatever, or even Advanced Warfare, Exo Zombies, which I didn't play. I mean, I literally played, like, I didn't even know there was Easter eggs when I was playing it. That was the first Call of Duty I played. As far as I knew, it was purely just survive. And I played it literally 2 to 3 times. But if you had been playing Zombies, you understood that when you got to IW Zombies, you understood exactly what it was. Round-based, you knew about Pack-a-Punch, you knew about Mystery Wheel, all that. Like, it all made sense, and it was all very familiar. I think they're changing things in a big way this time. It's going to be wave-based, round, off of the rounds, 1, 2, whatever. But you're not just starting with a pistol and trying to get upgrades for it. You can bring in your full loadout. You get score. The thing that's blowing my mind right now is the score streaks. Why the fuck would you want score streaks in Zombies? I didn't see anything in here. Like, nah, that's not true. That's not true. I was gonna say I didn't see anything in here that actually made me want to play Zombies, but that's not really true. I really am curious as what the actual structure and what they're doing. I think it's just going to be a much less complicated version. I think they're, again, going back to, this is Modern Warfare 2020. Let's face it. Just because Treyarch's making it doesn't mean it's not Modern Warfare 2020. I played the alpha. It plays like Modern Warfare. It doesn't play like Black Ops. And they saw how well that did. They had a year less to make it, so why not take the template that Infinity Ward has, made the most successful game ever of Call of Duty. You've got 1 year less to make your game if you're Treyarch. Why would you not? Like, that's... Okay. It's fun to speculate, and there will be tons and tons of videos from other channels leading up to November 13th doing just that. So you've got a full month and a half of that coming up. If I find some kind of actually interesting, real angle to tackle as far as that goes, I'll also make videos about it. I'm not going to just make videos just for the sake of making videos, though. I just don't do that. I don't think it's entertaining for me or you. So I'm not going to just make content to make content. I am. It's funny. I said, like, there's nothing in that trailer that made me want to play Zombies, which wasn't quite true. But I'm completely freaking intrigued now to see what they've done. I want to know what they've done. Like, what did you do? It really feels like I'm just so baffled by having score streaks, the whole information save system, starting with a full loadout. Like, why would you be able to start with your full multiplayer loadout? I mean, it feels like it's going to be, if we look at it as just being a separate game, or let's say like maybe it's a different version, like it's an online version of the campaign, but zombie, like it's the horror version. But like the campaign, you could jump into any, because at the beginning of each mission, you know they give you a new gun, you pick up to whatever. Like there's no real progression. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like the online version, so there is progression to your character, your weapons. As I said, every gun can turn into like this almighty wonder weapon, basically. So I think it's going to be, we have a very defined start point, and I think we're going to have a very defined end point by the end of what are we calling this? Cold War. Forgot. I was like, it's not BO5. And then I wanted to call it Modern Warfare again. I'm curious. I will say that. I mean, I've already pre-ordered my game, so it's not like I'm not going to play it. I've pre-ordered it for both systems, as a matter of fact. And I did that because I want it for my Xbox. I got the Series X. That's what I want to play it on for the most part. And then I only ordered it for the PlayStation so I could play the alpha and stream that. If you turned out for that, appreciate it. I will be streaming the beta. If you are playing the beta as well on PlayStation and you're a decent person and not an annoying asshole, we could definitely, if you want to party up, I'll be streaming it and we can party up and play. That's fine. Just subscribe and turn up to the stream. Pretty much all you got to do. Okay, I think we're gonna leave it there. Like I said, there's gonna be a million videos about breaking down every single frame, and I'll be curious myself to watch that kind of stuff. I'm just like, if I keep going, I'm just gonna keep repeating the same stuff because it's like it's picking at my brain right now. Why would you not? If you were doing classic zombies, classic meaning, again, the way it's always been done for all this stuff, and I don't mean by saying it's always been done like that they always have to do it like that. I am not saying that at all. I think it's good that like, one of the things I have been saying is, if they want new people to play zombies, that storyline is way too convoluted and it's been going on for too long now. You can't just jump in as a new player and be up to speed with people that have been playing it since the beginning. And you could be like, well, fine, well, fuck them then. That's their problem. Like, okay, it's their problem that they didn't play a video game enough for you? Like, that doesn't make sense. And the story's been going on for 10 or 12 years at this point. Like, and it got so friggin' convoluted. I ask anybody that's been playing it since the beginning, and I bet you maybe 1% of those people actually understand. Maybe 1% actually understand that full storyline. So I think it's good that they're changing it, that they're not going back to that well. They've created this very cool world with a lot of lore and mystique, so them, like, that it's not a completely separate thing, that's fine, but it's not Ultimus Victus. It's not that stuff anymore. It exists in the same world, but it's not that story anymore. I think that's a good idea, and I'm just really curious. I'm super, super curious at this point. It could be great. Like, oh, that's true innovation in a good, productive, meaningful way. Or it could be a, what the fuck did they do? Like, they completely noobed this thing up. Again, to do the Modern Warfare comparison again, you know, I liked for the multiplayer, I liked the movement of the game, I liked the gunplay of the game, all that kind of stuff, and I stopped playing that game months ago because they made it too camper friendly. It's too noob friendly. So it doesn't matter how good those other things are, if it's just annoying as hell to play, I'm not going to play it. But again, it's their best-selling game ever, so maybe that's all the new people. I don't know. So with zombies this year, I hope they just didn't completely nooberize it. I don't know what a good word. You know what I mean? It just seems like they took the zombies out of zombies. Zombies was different, and that was what was fun about it. And now it seems like they're doing, again, it feels like campaign zombies mode. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I am curious. So kudos to them for that, I suppose. And I don't know. I guess, the long and the short of it is we have to wait till November to really find out. You know, with the trailers leading up to BO4, looked pretty cool to me. And I think a lot of other people thought it looked pretty damn cool. And, you know, if you've been following my channel, I've been going through from the beginning through all the zombies. Got to, you know, BO3, did all that stuff. I still have Revelations to do, actually. And then at one point, I have BO3 and IW zombies on Xbox. I have BO4 on my PlayStation. So I had to switch over. So I've been playing, you know, on my Xbox most of the time because going through those maps and doing those things. And then I had to get on the PS4 for something. I don't remember what. So I set it up, and it was going to be like a couple of days kind of a thing. Maybe it was a different game I played for a couple of days to stream it, or I don't know. And I was like, well, I'm here. Let me just for fun, I didn't stream it, jump onto Black Ops 4 Zombies and play that. Started doing it. It's like, you know what? I don't need to. I don't need to go through BO4 Zombies. I didn't care for it. I just didn't. And I didn't. While people were complaining about it, while it was new, I was like, I mean, you stop whining. It's fine. It looks the same to me. When you've gone through everything before it, and then you get to it, you really notice the differences there. But okay. I never end my streams in a timely fashion. I just ramble and ramble and ramble. So have a good day. Thanks so much if you tuned in. I'll see you later.